Okay, children. So till now, under haloalkenes and haloarenes, we have covered about alkanes, right? Alkyl halides, preparation, physical property, chemical property. Arenes, that is haloarenes, its preparation, physical properties, chemical properties. Then we saw about polyhalogen compounds. Then we have seen 6 polyhalogen compounds. After 6 polyhalogen compounds, I told you the test to determine halogen containing compounds. See, whatever I am going to tell here, it's all I have done previously. This is going to be an important points to remember from this chapter. Done. Okay. So in haloalkenes, the important point which I want to stress is kindly give importance to the classification. Classification based on number of halogen compounds, classification based on hybridization. Okay. Then what is configuration? Configuration is nothing but spatial arrangement of functional groups around a carbon. Okay. I have a carbon atom. How many functional groups are present around the carbon atom? That is going to called as an optical configuration. I think you remember what I told under configuration. I was telling about retention of configuration when the reactant and the product configuration are same. Then I told about inversion of configuration where the product and the reactant vary in their configuration. Okay. Then what is optical activity, children? I am going to pass white light through Nicholas prism to solution of some organic compounds. Then what is produced? Plane polarized light is produced. This plane polarized light, if it is rotated towards right, leads to dextrorotatory, rotated towards left, leading to levorotatory. So those isomers are called as optical isomers. This phenomenon is called as optical isomerism. Then you need to go through about stereoisomers. What are stereoisomers? Isomers which differ in the spatial configuration. Then you have to study about mesoisomerism. Okay, yeah. Then what is asymmetry? A carbon atom surrounded by 4 different groups is called as asymmetry because there is no symmetry over there, and whenever there is asymmetry only, what will be present? Optical activity will be present. What is racemic mixture or racemization? Equimolar concentration of D and L form is called as racemic mixture. This process is called as racemization. What is opposite of racemization? Resolution. I am going to separate my D isomer and L isomer from the racemic mixture. This is called as resolution. What is chirality? Chirality means non-superimposable images. And what is chirality? Non-superimposable. You cannot superimpose these images. Okay, non-superimposable mirror images. What is non-chirality? It is superimposable images. I want you to go through the picture which is present in the textbook, like 2 legs, you cannot superimpose them, they are the mirror images. So that is an example for chiral compound. And non-superimposable, I mean non-chiral compounds which are superimposable, I have 2 circles, they can be superimposed. Okay, so they are non-chiral compounds. Okay, now coming to the important naming reactions. We have seen everything, just it's going to be a sum up to you. What is Sandmeyer's reaction? What is Sandmeyer's reaction? Children, I have diazonium salt. Okay, benzene is there, N2 is there, Cl minus is there. What is that? Benzene diazonium salt in the presence of copper chloride and an acid HCl. What you will get? You will be getting chlorine derivative, bromine derivative or cyanide derivative. You will be having a benzene structure. What you will get? Chlorobenzene, bromobenzene or benzene in CN will be attached. Done. I am just going to do only one particular change. So Sandmeyer reaction will become Gutterman reaction. What is that? I have same diazonium salt. Instead of copper chloride, I need only copper, children. Okay. Instead of copper chloride, what I need? I need only copper. Okay. Even HCl is same. HCl is same and the products are same. I will be getting chlorobenzene or bromobenzene. So we have done with 2 naming reaction. What are those? We have seen Sandmeyer's reaction. Sandmeyer's reaction and Gutterman's reaction are one and the same. Even the reactant and the product are same. What is the difference? Instead of copper chloride, for Gutterman reaction, I will be using only copper. What is the reactant? It is diazonium salt, benzene diazonium salt. What is the product? Chlorobenzene, bromobenzene, etc. Then what is Finkelstein's reaction? What is Finkelstein's reaction? I should take chlorinated alkanes or brominated alkanes. They will be converted to iodinated alkanes. Means what? Alkyl halide. Instead of that halide, I am going to specify iodine, then that is called as Finkelstein's reaction. This happens in the presence of sodium iodide in the presence of acetone. So clear? What is Finkelstein's reaction? I should be having chlorinated alkanes or brominated alkanes. In the presence of sodium iodide and acetone, I will be getting iodinated derivatives. Done. Then what is Wood's reaction? I have alkyl halides. Alkyl halides in the presence of sodium, dry ether, you will be getting higher alkenes. Okay. What is Wood's reaction? I need alkyl halides in the presence of sodium. In the presence of dry ether, I will be getting higher alkanes. But what is the important point which you should remember for Wood's reaction is, see, in Wood's reaction, you will be getting alkanes with even number of carbon atoms. You will not be able to get an alkane with odd number of carbon atoms. So Wood's reaction will give you alkanes with even number of carbon atoms. Okay, clear. Then what is Woods-Fittig reaction? What is Woods-Fittig reaction? In Woods-Fittig reaction, I have aryl halide, I have alkyl halide. In the presence of sodium, in the presence of ether, I will be getting alkyl benzenes. So, in Woods-Fittig, I have alkyl halide, I have aryl halide, sodium, dry ether, same. I will be getting alkyl benzene derivatives. Done. So, we have seen Wood's reaction, we have seen Woods-Fittig reaction, and what is remaining? Fittig reaction is remaining. So, what is Fittig reaction? Fitting each other. So, I have to take two aryl halides in the presence of sodium and dry ether. I will be getting diphenyl. Such a easy reaction. Clear, children? So, Sandmeyer's reaction and Guttermann's reaction are same. Only differences, instead of copper chloride in Sandmeyer's reaction, copper will be used. Okay. Finkelstein's reaction, no. Chlorinated alkenes will be converted to iodinated alkenes. That. What is Wood's reaction? Alkyl halide along with sodium. Whenever sodium is there, close your eyes and write dry ether. Okay, you will be getting higher alkenes, but remember one thing, only even number of carbon atoms. Woods-Fittig, alkyl halide, aryl halide, sodium, dry ether, you will get alkyl benzene. What is Fittig reaction? Two aryl halides, sodium, dry ether, I will be getting diphenyl. Okay. Now moving to the last naming reaction, which is nothing but your Dow's process. In Dow's process, I have chlorobenzene. Okay. Chlorobenzene in the presence of sodium hydroxide in 300 atmospheric pressure and 623 Kelvin, I will be getting benzene phenoxide. Okay. What is this? This is benzene phenoxide. When I am going to acidify it, I will be getting phenol. That's all. Okay. What is Dow's process? Chlorobenzene, sodium hydroxide, give the required temperature, give the required pressure, you will be getting sodium phenoxide, acidify it, you will get phenol. Done. Then the last naming reaction which I want to tell you, which you have studied very well in class 11, will be alkylation reaction. That is Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. Hope you all remember that. We have taken many seminars on that. What is Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction? I need to take benzene derivative, I mean chlorobenzene or benzene. Then I have to add an alkyl halide. In the presence of aluminium chloride, I will be getting what? Children, you remember what is Friedel-Crafts alkylation? It is alkylation, so I am going to alkyl it. For that, I am going to take benzene derivatives. Then I will be adding any alkyl halide. In the presence of aluminium chloride, I will be getting toluene. I will add alkyl halides to that benzene group. Say for example, if I add CH3 group to benzene, what is the product called? It is called as toluene. So we have seen all the important naming reaction of the chapter. So the chapter is completed. Kindly go through it, children. Thank you.